guys, my name is Mary. I'm going to be doing the first half of November reading for you all. November 1st through the 15th reading for Gemini. How are you all today? Hope everybody's doing great. This is for your sun, moon, and rising signs. It's not going to resonate with everybody. If it doesn't resonate, you might want to try your other signs. My prayers are still going out to all the innocent people going through nonsense right now. I'm so sorry to see it. I'm so sorry to hear about it. Please stay safe, okay, you all? All right. Let's see what we got. Two of Cups. Ace of Rods, which are Wands. Ace of Wands. The Hangman. Ten of Swords. The High Priest. And Two of Swords. Page of Cups. Knight of Cups. And Six of Swords. These could be people, water signs, or they could be your energies. Maybe messengers, maybe children. Find balance and moving on. Moving on and finding balance. Moving on reminds me of the Eight of Cups, right? Let go. Communicate clearly. Give me just a minute, okay? All right, you all. You know, with the Hangman, I'm almost feeling like, and it could be the let go too that goes hand in hand with it. It could be you guys moving on from being sticked and stabbed and trying to figure out which way to go with this Two of Swords. But with the Hangman, I almost feel like you guys are, you're in the middle of a process of trying to figure out something specific. So whenever I get it, I feel like that you guys either, you either need to be patient, you may need to get a new perspective, you may need to wait for divine timing, you may need to figure something out and you're waiting for the right answer or the right information on it. So whenever I get the Hangman, it's almost like you guys are waiting for the exact right time. And honestly, sometimes that's exactly what you're doing. With this Hangman, okay, if you're looking for, let me just give you an example. If you're looking for a new job, for example, and you want something specific and you want to maybe work in a specific company or something like that, the job that you're wanting may not be available until a certain time. So you may need to wait until it pops up on the internet or in the newspaper or however they do it nowadays, and you guys can then apply for it. Let's say if you're looking for an apartment or a condo or a new home and it's not available yet, you guys are going to have to bide your time and be patient until that particular apartment or home becomes available. Oh, you can't get it if it's not available, right? So that's how I'm feeling with this Hangman. I believe that you guys are feeling like that you're about ready to, I'm almost, and I don't have the full card, but I'm almost feeling like you're ready to take a leap of faith and you're ready to move on from something that is no longer serving you, that's no longer good for you, that's kind of sticking and stabbing at you right here. You know, the Ten of Swords is not usually just one person or one situation. It's many different people or several different people over a period of time. And after a while, you know, you can get stuck a little bit here, poked a little bit here, and somebody says something bad about you over here, and somebody runs you over, runs you over with a bus and then backs up and runs you over again. You can take it and take it and take it and take it, and then all of a sudden enough is enough. And that's how I'm feeling with this Ten of Swords. You guys have taken it long enough, or you're about ready to realize that enough is enough. A lot of times this could be like at your job, for instance. And sometimes it's because people are jealous of your work ethic, of how you can think outside the box, how you can do things that other people can't. And once they start realizing that you're better at something than they are, they start sticking and stabbing at you. They start putting you down. They start making you look bad. They start taking your ideas and using it for themselves. They start, you know, belittling you. So I'm almost feeling like that's where this Ten of Swords is coming in. A lot of you guys may be dealing with this at your work or at your job because of jealousy. And sometimes it's your boss that you're better than they are, and they start poking at you as well because they're kind of intimidated by what you can do and they can't. So that's how I'm feeling with this Ten of Swords, and it might not be jealousy at all. It might be something completely different, but you guys get the picture. Maybe you're renting a home, and no matter what you're doing, your neighbors aren't, you know, aren't communicating or doing something to you. Or maybe it's something in your neighborhood. If you have a homeowners association, maybe they're kind of picking on what you're doing. You know, different things like that. There's just something that you can only take so much of, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, I gotta go. Enough of this. And it's right here, moving on and finding balance. And that's what you guys are in the process of doing right now. And in the meantime, you've got to be patient. You've got to wait for divine timing. Sometimes you need a new thought or a new idea that you haven't thought of before. And with all of this in process, and it's going to process, and you're going to find what you're looking for. Now, I do have two younger energies for water signs: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. One is a page, one is a knight. So for some of you, these could be your children, for instance, or your grandchildren, or you may be dealing, maybe this whole nonsensical situation is regarding your children, whether it's school or college or other things as well. So you guys probably know what I'm talking about, but maybe you guys are considering moving somewhere different. With this Six of Swords, you're moving forward. You're moving sometimes towards the water. Sometimes this is a vacation, but sometimes it's an actual move to where you guys are moving forward in a different community, a different home possibly, a different job, a different school, a different college, a different city, a different state, a different country. I mean, it can go in a lot of different directions here. So I'm believing that you guys are about to have some sort of opportunity or an option that you're going to kind of feel like you're at you don't know which way to go. You don't know which decision or option to take, especially with this Two of Swords. Usually this is a crossroads thing, but right here he's just stuck the swords in the sand and he's walked away, and he said he's thinking, well, I'm going to have to think about this. You know, when you get the Two of Swords, there's two usually really good options. And the thing is both of them have pros and cons usually. So let's say if you've got a job opportunity in a different city, you would have to leave your, you know, maybe your family, maybe your friends, maybe your co-workers, and you don't really want to. However, this is a job opportunity once in a lifetime. So you have to kind of weigh out the options. You could take the job and still come home and still visit and still, you know, that kind of thing. That's almost how I'm feeling with this Two of Swords for a lot of you guys. There's going to be an opportunity that you're kind of going back and forth on. You're kind of teeter-totter, and one time at one second you're going to do this, and the next second you're going to change your mind and do that, and you keep going back and forth. But deep down in your mind and in your heart and in your soul, you guys know the right opportunity or the right option for you. You just know it. And it could have very well have something to do with your kids, with a new location, with a new environment possibly. And especially too, you guys, well, first of all, I have this Two of Cups. Sometimes this Two of Cups is a friendship, sometimes it's a romantic partner, sometimes it's a business partner. But let's be honest, if you look at that picture, they look like they're a little bit more than friends, right? But it doesn't always mean that. But you guys could have someone that is stuck to you like glue kind of thing. You know, sometimes it is a best friend. Sometimes it is a good neighbor, or someone in your family even, that you guys can always go to, you can always get advice from, and you can always feel loved. So I think that you guys are really going to start working on more balance in your life. So when I say you're moving on from this nonsense, and I mean here you're showing you're moving on, and you're going to find balance in your life, even though that sounds so simple, that's a big deal, you all. Finding more balance in your life is a huge deal, because when you're kind of wishy-washy, or when you don't know what you're supposed to do or how you're supposed to do it, or which way you're going to go, or which job you should take, or which location, or whenever you're up in the air like that, your life is off balance, and it starts weighing on you, and it starts you start kind of getting maybe some headaches, and then maybe stomach aches, and then maybe you're unsure, and maybe some panic attacks, and you know, it starts going off like wildfire if you're not careful about finding more balance in your life. And the funny thing is too, it says find balance, and she's balancing on a rod here, on a wand. Here's the thing with this Ace of Wands. This is a beautiful ace. This ace can mean new beginnings in any way that you see fit, whether it is new locations, new jobs, moving somewhere else, going to a different school, maybe going to church, maybe looking into more prayer, more spirituality, more religion, more Bible, reading Bibles more. Maybe you guys have decided to go buy a new business, or sell your old business, or there's something going on here that you guys are excited about, or you're about to be. And with that comes this Ace of Rods. And it could go hand in hand with this relationship that you've got going on here. So maybe if this is a business partner, the two of you guys are going to buy a business or sell your business. Maybe if this is a friend going into romance, that's how I feel about it. It's almost like a friend that starts out as a friend, and then you guys become closer and closer and closer. I'm feeling like you guys are going to take off and do something completely different out of the blue sky. You know, you're going to say, you know what, let's go here, let's do it, and you're going to go. I just think that there's something here that's going to make you all feel more balanced, happier about life in itself, and you're going to put yourself in a much better situation. Now, I do have this let go and communicate clearly. It kind of like with moving on here. You might need to let go of something. Just like this Two of Swords, you know, you've got, well, I want to take this job, but I don't want to leave my friends. And, you know, there's always going to be something like that, though, you guys. Unless you stay in the same location and, you know, do the same thing constantly, you're going to be tugged in a new direction to where you guys are going to have to make that choice. But honestly, I want you to realize that you need to let go and move forward, especially if you're going through this is just not right. You're going to find more balance, and you're going to find more happiness, and you're going to find more, your creativity is going to get stronger. Your love, your passion, your having some sort of fun again is in the cards here. So I think you guys are going to be really excited and really thrilled about the way this works out for you, even though it might feel a little intimidating right at this moment. Give me just a minute, okay? Let me show you something. Anytime you guys need advice or help, or I always suggest prayer, you all. Ask your angels too to help you, guide you, support you, give you strength. They will if you ask. I'm going to put her last. Now for some of you, this Two of Cups has been a friend that's turning into more than a friend. Maybe you guys are about to take a jump together here. A good jump. Alright, you all. With this Ten of Swords, there's some sort of a situation that is just not good for you. Now let me say this too. Whenever you get to this 10, it's an ending of this particular card. So this is going to flip over. You may as well say it's a 10 and an ace all wrapped up into one. This is the ending of this nonsense. But a lot of times by the time you get to this point, you're a little bit sick and tired. And you're a little bit aggravated, a little bit mad. And I can go on and on and on. But here's the thing. I feel like you're waiting on something with this Hangman. You have something in your mind, or you have this thought that you're wanting this new job in this area or at this company, or you're needing an apartment located here, or you need an apartment that only charges you this amount of money. But for some reason, whatever it is that you're waiting on, you're going to have to wait for the right timing. Sometimes patience is a virtue, and I'm sorry to say that because nobody likes me to say that, but I have to. So sometimes you just got to be patient for just a minute. Sometimes it's a day, sometimes it's a week, but I feel like that something's coming in for you all. I'm a big believer in prayer, meditation. Some people may want to consider going back to church or reading the Bible. For others, this could stand for higher education and contracts. So you guys may be finding yourself getting into contracts or wanting to take more online classes or something to that extent. So I just feel like, though, for a lot of you, it is spiritual. Prayer does wonders, and if you need to, ask your angels for any kind of help that you need. So when I get these two water signs here, well, Mary, I have a Page of Cups and a Knight of Cups. Now they can stand for emotions. They can also stand for intuition. It's getting stronger. But they can also stand for children and romance and things like that as well, possibly with this too. I'm feeling like this could be, if these are your children or grandchildren, there's a reason for you to move forward and move maybe towards a different area, a different school, a different location, that kind of thing. If these are not children, maybe this is a messenger that's bringing in some kind of news that's going to put you on the fast track of moving forward towards a new location or traveling at this time. Then when I get this Two of Swords, it's almost like you're going to have two options and you're kind of teeter-tottering. You already know deep down which one you're wanting, but you have to maybe that's another thing with this divine timing. I'm almost feeling like you're going to have to just work it out through your mind. And once you come to that realization, and you're going to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. So sometimes, even though you already know, you've still got to think about it. But you already know which way you're going, by the way. When I see this let go and moving on, I feel like it kind of has to do with this. I just feel like moving on goes hand in hand with this Six of Swords, and the main thing that you're wanting is more balance. And I know that sounds so simple, but it's a lot harder if you don't have balance in your life. It's very difficult. So balance is a huge thing in your life. And the funny thing is, she's balancing on this rod right here. So some of you all you have this best friend, this romantic partner, this business partner possibly. You guys are bonding, and you guys, I believe, in my mind, for a lot of you, you're going to do something together. Maybe it is a new business, maybe it's a new location, maybe it's a new apartment, something like that. But I see you guys being absolutely thrilled with this new beginning that you're about to take, and this new opportunity that's going to put you all in a more balanced life in general. Communicate clearly. I just think that there's going to be, you guys know what you're wanting, so you might want to, sometimes communicate clearly can be speaking up for what is important to you. Sometimes it is, sometimes when I read it, I feel like some people are jumping up and down and screaming and things like that. I don't think that that's necessary, but I do believe that if you are wanting something, make sure that the communications are well received and well taken, if that makes any sense. I'm almost feeling like sometimes, when you communicate with someone and they get the wires crossed, and you make an appointment for one day, but you have it for a totally different day or something silly like that. Make sure that there is no miscommunications, okay? And make sure that if there is something specific that you're wanting, that you stand up for that at this time. And I think you guys will. I mean, I don't need to tell you to do that. But there is something you need to let go of. And there is something that you're going to have an opportunity with that I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised, and you're going to move forward with it. What a good reading, Gemini. I hope you guys have enjoyed it today. This is your first half of November reading, November 1st through the 15th reading for Gemini. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I hope you guys come back and see me. Take care of you guys. I'll see you soon.